Queen's high strike. The punishment for toxic Meghan is to let her resent her helplessness. Hello and a very warm welcome to the Sussex Daily News YouTube channel. According to a royal expert in the know, the palace was actually never planning to release the bullying report. It's the same with any HR workplace review. It's confidential, and whether or not the victims get some vindication is for them only to know. But it's pretty telling that there was an investigation at all. Do you remember before the Oprah interview happened? So the Times newspaper ran the story about Meghan bullying two staff members so badly that they left their jobs. She was also undermining the confidence of another staff member. And remember how she always seemed to have this desperate need to target somebody? Well, those allegations came from emails that were written by Jason Knopf, the then communications director for Meghan and Harry. He was wondering about what should be done because there was nothing in palace procedural writing about how a principal bullying staff should be handled. So immediately, this was considered just a smear campaign against Meghan. But think about it. What else was she going to tell her spokespeople to say? That it was true? So then after that, during the ANL trial, Knopf cropped up again. He provided testimony and even receipts that were cutting down Meghan's unfortunate lapse of memory when it came to contributing to a biography. And it's worth noting that at the time, they didn't bother saying that Knopf's interjection was a smear campaign. Now, this wasn't just the court of public opinion, it was actually a court of law. And considering that he was not challenged then, we can only assume that he was being truthful with the receipts to back him up. So in spite of the fact that she claimed otherwise, Meghan and Harry did contribute to that book, and there was the proof. So it all resulted in Knopf becoming a credible witness, and that just bled into his participation in the Times bullying allegation article, and it also lends a lot of veracity to his queries and his concerns. And now it's become obvious that Meghan did indeed bully staff, and Harry enabled it. He fought her side, and then eventually they were asked to leave. The sequence of events tells us that that's exactly what happened. Actually, nobody really needs to read the findings in a report to know that much. It just would have been a case of you've bullied people and you still continue to bully people. So we've had enough and we're going to fire you. But if you hand in your 1-year notice to us and just lay low, then we'll give you a reference and we'll claim that it was your decision to step down. So they were offered that way out. They were offered a dignified way to leave the firm and go off to California and live a beautiful life without any more fuss, without having to deal with genetic pain, or without having to deal with tabloid scrutiny. And it was during this year's notice that they still believed they were in good with the important royals. And see, they used that unique selling point to land contracts with Netflix and Spotify. And then they bought that stupid McMansion in Montecito because they thought that even though they were fired, they would get severance pay regardless. Now that really should have marked the end of all the drama, but see, no, their egos were bruised. They didn't get what they wanted. They wanted to be allowed to come back to the UK for some intermittent ego boosting, but it wasn't offered. It was an offer to leave permanently with their dignity intact, and the only need for future interactions would be unavoidable state occasions where they would be scarfed, like funerals or the Jubilee, etc. So when they finally understood that their mansion was not his father's to pay for, then Harry completely lost it. They decided to launch a full attack by trashing their parenting skills. They threw them under the bus, labeling them racists. And they thought all those East Coast liberal elites would just love them. But see, those people are not a bunch of idiots, and to their shock, they were subsequently and understandably shunned. They obviously did not think about the consequences of what they planned to do, and now we see them with a dwindling number of supporters, and it's rapidly reducing to those with just this somehow cult-like devotion to them. I don't understand it. So what they should really do is just stay quiet for a few years. Just lay low and focus on raising their family if they really have a family. They need to put a stop to this constant PR spin and also just stop stirring the pot all the time. I mean, it's like they just bombard us with junk email and scam calls all the time. They're such an annoyance. People are really getting tired of them, and it keeps the news cycles and tabloids churning and chugging out stupid content about their latest antics. Their supporters just hold on to that idea that they're despised. You know what? It's actually not hate. It's that we resent them. It's different. What bothers us is all this self-promotion, this I will not be ignored no matter what. Sadly, I don't think they're ever going to learn. And the royals are unable to stop their addiction to drama and chaos, as well as their incessant need for attention. All they can really do is just continue to ignore them, adhere to the wisdom of deciding that the only way to deal with people like that is just to not deal with them at all. And in my opinion, they're not jumping the gun. They're not finished with her yet. As we know, Meghan is a vulgar, vile liar. She is very deceptive, and the bullying was so bad. And you know what? When she even goes so far as to fake having 2 kids from that NYC baby shower to the list of her lies, see, I think the royal family is just taking its time. They're trying to figure out the best way to deal with her. They know they need to be careful, and that's why they outsourced the lawyers to handle that investigation. They wanted to make sure there was no conflict of interest. And there's a lot more to this legally. See, I think that Meghan is in way too deep now, but it's her own fault. Clearly, the apple did not fall far from the tree when it came to Meghan and her mother. Both of them are a couple of liars, they're blackmailers, they're stalkers. The only thing I can't figure out is which one of them is worse. But anyway, Harry's no innocent angel in all of this either. He is guilty by association. He knew all about her lying, and he covered up for her. He just lies trying to cover his own tracks. See, at this stage, he is so deep into this messed up relationship, and I don't think anyone can ever trust him again. He is such a disgrace to his family. But anyway, I understand. It's not like the royal family can just get this report and just put it out there. It's too big. Legal matters cannot be solved overnight. I hope that both of them are quaking in their boots right now in Montecito. You know, I'm sure they're in a lot of debt at this point. They might even be ignoring their bills. I think they're really afraid of the backlash that's coming their way. And for Meghan, she just thinks it's funny that she played the royal family and the whole world. I guess Harry's there laughing with her. But you know what? They're not going to have the last laugh. And see, Tom Bower's book is still going to be coming out. So there are going to be even more revelations contained in that for the royal family to read. I think they are both in for a very rude awakening indeed. I'm talking about illegally obtaining money, getting gifts from a fake pregnancy, the deception they've both caused, and let's not forget their charitable foundation that really only makes money for them. Someday the full truth will come out, and I hope that the two of them eventually just separate. Both of them need some serious mental health counseling. I don't know what Harry was thinking when he decided to get together with Meghan. He should have known that she was not fit to walk alongside him. I don't know why he thought that she was an appropriate choice to be the mother of his children. Now, of course, we don't know if there are any children, but still. He knew about her issues with her own family, so honestly, I kind of think that he just got with her to get back at his family. I do think that Harry has a lot of addictions. I think that he's a lazy person. And I think that his choice in women has backfired really badly. Neither of them is clean in this whole mess. Both of them deserve to be despised. It's because of their own actions that people don't like them. They are so pathetic. I mean, how dare they walk in that church near their family wearing microphones? They really think that they'll never have to suffer the consequences of their actions. They are both a bunch of brainless idiots, and they just want Netflix money. They have shown us they don't have any conscience whatsoever. They don't care. And Harry always looks so miserable and angry. He has such a chip on his shoulder. But see, they're going to run out of people to sue, and they're going to be found to have lied in court. Meghan is the biggest liar I think this world has ever seen. I do hope that she has to face her sister. She admitted that she lied about her and her life history too. All of it was lies. And also, let's not forget that she told those nasty lies about the royal family, saying that they're racists and full of animosity. She's going to get back what she has put out, and it's going to be awful. So let's hope that someone deals with her harshly, because otherwise I'm afraid other people are going to think they can act like that too, that it's okay to get away with these scams and lies. And you, what do you think about Harry and Meghan's future? Please tell me your opinion below in the comments section, and we can also talk about your thoughts and feelings. If you think my video was helpful, don't forget to like and share it with anyone else who would enjoy it. And remember to subscribe to the Sussex Daily News channel to get more interesting videos from our team in the future. Now, thank you so much for tuning in. Goodbye, and I'll be back to see you all tomorrow.